So today I want to talk to you about motivation and goal setting. Now I'm not going to go down the route of going into SMART goals and all these different methods that you can use. But what we are going to cover is being motivated to train all the time, or being motivated to be on your diet all the time, is not reality. Motivation can come in many different forms of what motivates you, but I think when we look at training, I personally am not always motivated to train, but I will probably 99% of the time turn up and I'll get the session done. And this is a big thing of just turning up and making sure that you tick that box. Now, ticking the box doesn't mean you turn up and go through the motions and you go half-hearted. To turning up and ticking the box is getting done what you need to get done and still putting in the work. Now, there will be times where you're super motivated and training goes really well and you have great sessions and you really enjoy it. And there will be times when motivation is low, you turn up, you don't really enjoy it, but you're getting it done. And I think that's what separates a lot of people from making the progress that they want, is that when they get that feeling of that low motivation and not really enjoying it, is that they stop. And this is like, you've got to be prepared to just carry on going through that and keep showing up, keep turning up. And if motivation is down, even if you change your training up, do something totally different, but you're still being active, still pushing yourself, that if you're not even as a competitive powerlifter, for me, I don't want to be doing the powerlifts year round. At some point that gets a little bit boring. I love the powerlifts, but if that was all I did all the time, I'm going to feel really demotivated at some point where I hate training. And that's not, training is supposed to enhance our life, not make it worse. And that kind of leads me also into, we are not going to have great training sessions every time we go to the gym. Most of your sessions are going to be sessions about just turning up, doing what's required to the best of your ability on that day, and going home. You're not going to set PBs every session. You're not always going to have fun every session. Or even I think fun and training can get a bit confused. I personally think that aspects of training should be fun. There should be some play and you should enjoy it. But fun for me is, going out with friends and having some banter, playing computer or playing games is fun. Going to the gym lifting weights after doing it a while is not the most fun thing in the world to do. But what is fun is the progression and the results that I see from this. That to me is the fun part of training, the challenge of trying to get yourself better. And for people who perhaps you're not a competitive powerlifter and you just go to the gym because you want to be fit and healthy, you want to be strong, for those kind of people, I would highly recommend 2 or 3 times a year having a highly focused period of training where motivation does go up because you have this end goal. If you've ever set a goal, I don't know, say you've got a wedding and you hear that people then train like crazy and they dial in their nutrition, that's because that goal is shorter and you're able to maintain higher motivation for that short period of time compared to just having the goal of I want to go to the gym because I want to be a bit more healthy. How we define health can be, that's a sort of a long-term goal, isn't it? We want to extend our life through training and the quality of life that we have. And it can be a bit difficult sometimes to see the outcome of that goal because, we don't know when the end is. Whereas say you have a wedding or even just you're going on holiday and you have this 8 to 12 week period of being super focused, that can be really good from, being a bit more disciplined. It's good to go through a phase like that. Can you test yourself and can you be disciplined for that period of time? and you'll be a bit more motivated to go in and train, and maybe you push a bit harder in training because you know in 8 weeks time you're going to be weighing yourself again, or you're going to be taking pictures to compare when you started. Also from a performance aspect, doing some in-gym testing every 12 weeks or so can help keep you accountable, keep you going to those sessions when you're not feeling as motivated, keep you ticking that box, turning up and working hard. And also just to realise that it's perfectly normal to not be 100% motivated to train all the time. I guarantee that a professional athlete doesn't necessarily enjoy training all the time. In my own experience, from training as a professional football player to training as a bodybuilder to competing as a powerlifter, I haven't always enjoyed the training sessions that I've done for those sports, but I have always made sure that I turned up. Yeah, some sessions I could have give more, I could have perhaps worked a bit harder, but I didn't. And I think that's also normal, you know. Not every session is going to be great. And don't get downhearted when it's not like that. Enjoy the sessions that are great. Enjoy the small wins, setting those PBs, setting fat loss goals, getting to that target weight. Enjoy those moments. Enjoy the process. But also realise that along that process is filled with, 6, 7 out of 10 enjoyable sessions. It's not always a 10 out of 10. I'd like to know your thoughts on motivation and how you keep motivated, or what you're struggling with. If you want to comment below, I'd be interested to hear what you've got to say about this.